Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a matte velvety type look, so if you want to see it, keep on watching. So I'm going to be starting with an essence to prime my skin, and this will help the makeup stick on a little bit better as well as stop it from caking up throughout the day. It's really important to hydrate your skin before doing your makeup, because that way it'll turn out a lot more natural looking in the end. And then I would wait a minute to let it absorb before starting the actual makeup. Today I'm going to be using a cushion, and this one actually has SPF 50, so I'd say you don't need to put on a sunscreen if you're using this. And make sure to dampen your sponge before using it. And then I just tap into it. Actually, I might need 3 fingers for this. The good thing when you have side bangs as a hairstyle is you don't need to use makeup there. I will say though that this foundation is a bit more on the heavier side. So if you want a glam look, I'd use it, but for an everyday look, it might be a bit heavy. And next, I'll be filling in my eyebrows. And this product is nice because it actually has 2 ends. So normally I fill out the ends of my eyebrows with a slightly bigger end. And then you can fill out the front part with this really thin tip. And it'll be pretty precise. And then you can be a little bit messy with it, because normally I use a spoolie to blend everything out. And then usually, because I like a gradient, I'll use my fingers to try to wipe out the front so it's not as strong. Next, I'm going to start with blush, and so first I'm going to use a powder that's a lavender color. And this will really brighten up the face. And that's right under the eye and on my chin. And then next I'm going to be using a liquid blush, getting a drop of it, and just tapping that onto my skin. I'm going to try to avoid this inner area and focus it more, starting from under my pupil to the outer portion of my face. And I'm going to use a little bit more blush for the area under my nose, and then I'll draw a circle here, and then also on top of my nose bridge. And this is basically like a start to the contour that I'll do later. Then I'll also add some on my chin. And then sometimes I tend to overdo it on my chin, so just make sure before you go out to see it's not too strong. Next, I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow. I'm going to start with this coral shade and put that on my crease. And then also under my eye. Next, I'm going to take this light brown shade and I'm just going to put that all over my lid, but focusing the color closer to my lash line. I'm also going to pinch my brush so that I can put it under my eye as well. And lastly, I'm going to be taking a little bit of this dark brown and putting it just on the outer edges of my eye to give it more depth. And then I'm going to be taking a small angled brush like this, and I'm going to dip it in this pink shade. And I'm going to focus that under my eye, starting from, I guess just from the inner corner to the outer corner. And then for the inner corner I want to do really thin, but for the outer corner I'll put it like all over. And then I'm going to be taking a small doe foot brush like this, and I'm going to be using this contour palette, putting it in the light shade here, and then I'm putting it underneath the color I just put on, and underneath here as well. Next, I'm going to be curling my lashes by slowly dragging the eyelash curler up, curling my bottom lashes. Then I'm going to be using this mascara today. It's well loved. And it helps if you add a little zigzag motion to help spread the product. And then usually I use the very tip of the wand for the tip of my lashes. And that way it tends to clump the lashes together like that. Then a light coat on the bottom lashes as well. And I cut up a strip of lashes, like that. And I'm just gonna put it on the very outer corner of my eye with this eyelash glue. And then usually while I wait for the eyelash glue to dry a little bit, I'll be contouring my nose. So I'll use the darkest contour shade here. And I'll tap it on the bridge of my nose. This is count as a bridge. And then I'll be taking the highlighting shade and then focusing that above where I just put the contour. And then I'll also make a U shape here. Then I'll take the highlighting shade and draw an exclamation mark on my nose. You can also use this highlighting shade for the inner corner of your eye to help brighten that area up a little bit. I put on the lash like this to where it's at an upward angle. And this way it extends like a tiny bit outside of where my natural lashes go. While I'm waiting for my other lash to dry, I'll be taking this lip liner. And first, I'll outline my cupid bow area. And then this smiley face area. And my lips are a little bit unsymmetrical, and this side tends to lean down, so I tend to exaggerate by drawing the line a little bit higher up on that side. And then under as well. And then you can just blend with your finger. I'll draw a line in the inner part, and then a line right down the middle. And then I'll just blend out the line a little bit. Now that I have my lashes on, I'll be taking a liquid eyeliner like this. And all I'm doing is just drawing basically a single line to connect to my eyelashes like that. And now I'm going to take this really cute lip tint and this is such a good matte lip product. It's probably the best one I own. Because it doesn't make like your lips like feel dry. Like it gives a very nice blurring effect. Even though this is a matte look, I can't go without lip gloss. So I'm gonna add like the tiniest bit. Just right in the middle and on the cupid's bow. I'm going to be going in with my setting powder. And I actually bought this in the wrong shade. Usually I get the translucent one, but I accidentally got the banana one. But it actually still works pretty well. Going back to the contour palette, I'm going to be using this highlighting shade and then highlighting this area here to try and conceal my smile line. And it also just helps brightening up the face. And then I'm going to be putting it right here and on my chin. You can also add a little bit on your forehead. This highlighter is probably like one of the best products ever invented. And then that's it for the look. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I'll be coming up with some new videos soon. So bye bye.